Welcome to Wallace and Purses. So we are back where we have Kyla Davis, a licensed marriage and family therapist based in Fort Lauderdale, to give us insight on marriage and how to handle, issues that come up. So Kyla, I'm just going to jump right back into it. What advice can you give to couples thinking about marriage?
Separate your finances and keep it separate until marriage is important. That is something that I always stress to my couples for the same reasons. You don't know what's going to happen next, right? Even in therapy, I always tell my couples from the jump, I'm not invested in one of the other outcome, whether you guys get married or you don't get married. I'm not invested. I'm here to guide you guys. So I always say that, keep your finances separated until you get married. And then, even if you get married, you still have to have that financial conversation and make sure that you know what you're signing up for. Do not go in with no information. Try to go in with all information. Every nook, cranny, everything, you uncover it, you have those conversations, because it'll prevent conflict in the long run, so to say. Because you don't want to be married to someone 10 years down the line and then you find out that, they have to file bankruptcy because they weren't paying X and Y amount of, payments that they were supposed to pay. So just having those conversations, and I might sound very biased because I'm a therapist, but premarital counseling is super, super, super beneficial. Even if you don't do it with a licensed clinician, you can do it with a pastor or a coach, a life coach, anyone. Just because it's important to have those conversations that we don't normally have. And if we're being honest, topics centered around finances in relationships is very taboo. People don't feel comfortable talking about it. And sometimes it's helpful to have someone in the middle, someone that isn't biased, someone that can give you an honest, opinion. So that would also be my recommendation. Explore premarital counseling, where the particular person that you're meeting with is going to ask the right questions regarding finances and the host of other things that comes with marriage, but finances specifically, because that's one of the top factors when it comes to divorce. And it makes sense, when it boils down to it, because money, we need money to survive. If you don't have money and you're not being honest and you're not being truthful about what you come with, it's going to lead to other things. But my recommendation to any couple considering getting married, premarital counseling would be something that I would suggest, and make sure that you meet with someone that is willing and open to discuss things centered around finances, so that you guys are having the right sort of conversations before you jump the broom. And I would say just be honest, be open. If you have debt, say it, right? The worst that this person can say is, well, that's not something that I am open to sharing with you. And then you make your decision. And then you mention a key word that's really stood out to me is alignment, right? Does my goal and your goal align, right? So important. If it doesn't align, are you willing to work around that and figure out a way to basically compromise, right? Because if it doesn't align, you have to compromise. And if you're not willing to compromise, then, that's okay too. But if you are willing to compromise, having dialogue centered around what is that compromise going to look like, right? And making sure that you're not compromising to the point where you're absolutely saying no to yourself and saying yes to your partner. Because in the end, you could end up very resentful, so just being able to have those conversations is very healthy, very important.
I love it. I think it's so important for us to focus on the family, building stronger families. And, today we talked about setting the boundaries and who's at your table, and you have a cohesive and a strong foundation. Nobody, no words can come in and break up that
Absolutely.
And so for all the couples out there, I would say continue to stay the course. continue to believe in each other's abilities. You know, we talked a lot tonight about not giving up on yourself, but compromising, but not to the point where it's to the detriment of yourself.
Yes.
And so believe in each other's abilities and talk about it and be open. And definitely don't be afraid to keep learning about one another.
Yes. I agree 100%.
I thank you so much for joining us. And again, I absolutely love this conversation. I think it's just going to be a quick appetizer. I see us doing this again in the future because I mean, the family unit is so important, and having a strong foundation is definitely a must.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. This was a great conversation, and what you guys are doing, it's very important. And you basically created a safe space for us to have conversations that we don't necessarily like talking about, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are doing great work, and I'm looking forward to more conversations with you guys as well.
Well, we appreciate it. And are you doing virtual clients?
All of my clients I'm seeing virtually. Since the end of March, I haven't really been back to the office. I do have an office space in Fort Lauderdale, but I haven't been at the office seeing clients physically. My clients right now prefer the telehealth therapy, and I do too. I mean, it's convenient. It's easy for you to access. So for right now, I am still doing teletherapy. I'm not sure when I'm going to go back to the office. That's been a question that I've been getting.
We are in COVID right now. And, I mean, even with us, like all our coaching is virtual. So it makes it easier. So you can definitely see folks from different things. So it opens you up to being able to help more people. And so
absolutely.
Okay. Well, we thank you for coming out and hanging with us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.